New sign Saeed Farouk, who unleashed a massacre along with his wife on the U.S. West Coast, may have ties to terrorism. 14 were killed by the couple before they were shot dead by police. Nearly 24 others were wounded, but the motive behind the massacre is still unclear. We're covering all the angles for you on this story. Let's begin with May Lee. She's live for us in San Bernardino, where she's been covering this story extensively for us the last 2 days.
Well, Mike, one day after this mass shooting took place here in San Bernardino, we are finding out a lot more about this husband-wife team that carried out the attack. Saeed Farouk was apparently in touch with suspected terrorists, and he also himself was radicalized. How and why, we do not know yet. What is very clear, however, is that this couple had a very well thought out, well-planned attack that was going to be serious and deadly. One day after a mass shooting at a social services center in San Bernardino, California, left 14 people dead and 21 wounded, authorities still don't know why.
If you look at the amount of obvious pre-planning that went in, the amount of armaments that he had, the weapons and the ammunition, there was obviously a mission here. We know that. We do not know why.
The violent massacre took place during a holiday party at the center. According to police, Saeed Farouk, an employee, had a dispute at the event and left, but then returned with his wife Tashfeen Malik. Both, dressed in tactical attire and heavily armed, opened fire on the party. The couple escaped in a rented black SUV, but hours later, they were both killed in an intense gun battle with police just a few miles away from where the first shooting took place. 2 officers were wounded in the shootout. In the SUV, police found 2 assault rifles, 2 handguns, and 1,600 rounds of ammunition. At the couple's townhouse in the neighboring city of Redlands, investigators found several explosives.
There were 12 pipe bomb type devices found in that house or in the garage to that house. There were also hundreds of tools, many of which could be used to construct IEDs or pipe bombs.
Also found were several thousand rounds of ammunition for various guns and rifles. For this normally quiet community, none of this makes any sense.
Oh my God, I can't believe it. It's hard to believe it would happen like that.
It's in your back of your head, like, what is going on? Why? Why did this have to happen?
And as you can imagine, that is the overall feeling here in San Bernardino and throughout the country and the world. People are just wondering and asking that question, why did this happen here? Mike?
There's so many questions that still need to be answered. So I guess the next question is, what's the latest with the investigation?
Well, investigators are thoroughly scouring all of the areas that they ran into, especially the Redlands home that I had mentioned in that piece. They're scouring that home because they just found so much weaponry and ammunition, and they literally found a bomb-making lab. So they're scouring that. They're also going through computers and any writings that they're finding in the home. Also, they're going to be investigating and searching Farouk's office, seeing if they can find anything on his computer, any notes, anything that leads them down a path where they can find some more answers to all of these questions. Mike?
May Lee, live for us in San Bernardino.